power of only $4,800, but your gold and silver would have the buying power of $3 million. The answer to protecting your assets is simple. Call me, John Ballman, today at 1-800-686-2237, extension 169. Get all your questions answered before your money is worth zero. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 169. Take action today while we still accept paper dollars for gold. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 169.
May I have everybody's attention, please? I've come with a message of information. 9/11 was an inside job.
Do you like being a puppet, sir? Do you like being a puppet for the New World Order?
How do the American people know that 9/11 was staged, was engineered by you, David Rockefeller, the Trilateral Commission, the CFR?
Will you please sit down and shut up?
The day that we stop asking questions is the day that we have allowed the seeds of despotism to grow at our own door.
7 years after the attacks of September 11th, a global awakening has taken place.
An inside job? How dare you?
If you know that there's treason going on, you can be held accountable for treason yourself.
All hell is breaking loose on 6th Avenue.
And if the government has not told the truth, in 5 years we will be here on the 10th anniversary of 9/11.
Truth Rising. Download the film at prisonplanet.tv right now or get the DVD at Infowars.com. It's now time to take the revolution to the next level.
More than 700 chemicals have been found in our drinking water. And did you know that you have greater exposure to these chemicals while taking hot showers than when drinking the water? That's because many chemicals are inhaled when they evaporate and others are absorbed into the skin. The KDF Dual Media Shower Filter works with both hot and cold water, and it's designed to reduce chlorine, lead, mercury, and iron, and it inhibits the growth of bacteria, mold, algae, and fungus. The KDF Dual Media Shower Filter typically lasts 10,000 gallons or 1 year, whichever comes first. Hospitals, restaurants, and water treatment facilities use this media to reduce chlorine, iron, heavy metals, and bacteria. What about you? Order your KDF shower filter normally, $49 for our special price of only $39.99 with free shipping. Call the Berkey Guy and order now by calling 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or simply click on the banner at gcnlive.com to order online now.
Okay, look, we got about 35 minutes left, and I am going into overdrive. I know I have interviews with respective team members coming up 15 after, but I'm sure we can go to 20 after and have the good folks wait out there because I have to cover all these clips. I have to get to all this news I said I was going to. In my stack, because I print most of my news, I research at night and in the morning, but the guys around the office get stuff and they bring it to me. Derek, one of our sales guys, just walked in during the break and said, oh, you're talking about the Patriot Act being used in non-terror-related cases. He said, here is the L.A. Times. In-flight confrontations can lead to terrorism charges, January 20th. This is today. See, I have this stuff every day and don't even cover it. It's many times worse than I'm saying, folks. Many times worse. And people, Kelly Rushing was charged with terrorism for handing out Road to Tyranny and a Ron Paul speech. And they charged him 2 counts for the Ron Paul speech. And I called the judge at home. It was in the newspaper. And the judge said, yeah, I'm not going to talk about the case, but he's terrorism charges. And then I talked to people in his family, neighbors, business owner, been in there since that area was founded, old family. He just went up to some officers and said, hey, officers, these are some videos you need to watch for your family. Now, the jury found him not guilty, but this isn't a game, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't a game. Now, I want to show people this article. It says, Freeman's arrest and conviction for a federal felony defined as an act of terrorism under the Patriot Act. I had no idea I was breaking the law, said Freeman, who spent 3 months in jail before pleading guilty. They also keep you under terrorism until you plead guilty. And it says she's at least 200 people on flights who've been convicted under the law. Now, this happens outside. And it said that her daughter was being bad, and so she slapped her on the knee. Her 2 children began to quarrel over the window shade and then spilled a Bloody Mary into her lap. She spanked each of them on the thigh with 3 swats. It was a small incident, but one that has highlighted the anxiety of September 11th. Oh, terrorism. So the kids are out of control. She's like, stop it, stop it, stop it. Boom. She was taken off 3 months till she pled guilty, not allowed due process, charged under the Patriot Act. Every day. This is today. In my stack, and they said, don't you see that? We put that in yours. Look at this. Look at these articles today. Never covered them. Look at this over here. Just big stacks of news everywhere. Right here. Zoom in on it. Zoom in. Swatting them on the leg. LA Times. Folks, it's worse than I can explain to you. God help us, they've built FEMA camps. You see right there? In-flight confrontations can lead to terrorism charges. Stupid camera's not focusing. Well, there it is. I got to get started on this or I'm never going to get to it. This is one of the things running as a governmental ad. Some of the ads they're running promote Obama's private group, usaservice.org, which is his private group. It's running as government ads everywhere right now, giant media packages. And there's a long one where his wife says, get ready for pain. Go ahead and play it. Here it is. And look at all these heart-tugging images of helping people.
America's greatness was not crafted in skyscrapers alone, but on the ground by those who could see what needed to be done. Volunteers who in service stepped forward onto the dust of the moon, the levee in the heartland, the marble steps of a dream. You may ask yourself, where's my moon, my levee, my dream? Well, it's here, with you. Step forward. Help renew America at usaservice.org.
Now, that is a private foundation group with Obama heading it up himself, ads everywhere. Hundreds of thousands in a week alone since it launched signed up. Hundreds of sign-ups and groups in Austin, mobilizing them. And again, it's soup kitchens. It's helping people on the surface. And when you read, it's for the environmental brigades, the tattle brigades. It's all there. Red level emergency, and they're arresting people and not letting them have due process or lawyers. They're allowed to spy on the lawyers once they get them. And they charge them with terrorism federally for spanking their children. Ladies and gentlemen, remember 4 years ago, Senator Menace, no pun intended, in Oregon introduced a bill. We have it posted. I forget the bill number. And it said, protesting without a permit, life in prison in a forced labor camp. I can pull that up for you. It says forced labor camp. It says downloading music illegally, forced labor camp. Then he got in all this trouble. It almost passed. It was in the Oregonian and AP. And then they introduced it in Rhode Island, other places, the exact same bill. And it said that if you disrespected the American flag, life in prison. And then it was in the, what's the main city of, it was in the NBC 9 channel in Rhode Island, and then it was also in the a major paper. And then the governor came out and said, well, the feds just told me to try to pass this. So we're going to come back with these other PSAs and then play some of myself on Russia Today and continue with the analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, if you saw what I see studying this every day, it is just, we're being hit from every angle. They are coming, folks. They built death camps. They're not joking around.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
With rising unemployment and an economy that continues to fail comes an increase in crime. Are you safe when you walk to your car? Are your kids safe when they go out? Everyone needs something to give that extra edge in case of an attack. You need DPS pepper spray from MrDefense.com. DPS is the strongest pepper spray on the market and is the same spray used by hundreds of law enforcement agencies from around the world. Need something more? The Stinger keychain is a great way to surprise a potential attacker. Mr. Defense carries the largest selection of stun guns, air tasers, knives, swords, batons, survival, spy, and tactical gear. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your order. Visit MrDefense.com. That's MRDefense.com or call 1-800-313-6400. 1-800-313-6400. That's 1-800-313-6400 today.
A day unlike any other in the long course of American history, a terrorist act of war against this country.
The enemy struck America on September 11th.
But who is the enemy?
Bin Laden.
This is his MO.
We have to look to the Middle East. We have to look to Osama bin Laden.
Fabled Enemies is the first 9/11 film to take a close look at the terrorist ties to intelligence networks inside the United States.
Some U.S. investigators believe that there are Israelis again very much engaged in spying in and on the U.S.
I'm aware that some Israeli citizens have been detained.
Bin Laden's connections to the CIA, the hijackers' ties to the FBI, the Saudi Arabian connection, the Israeli intelligence network, warnings and war games, the shadow government, and much, much more. Fabled Enemies. Get the DVD at Infowars.com or see it in super high quality, along with hundreds of other titles at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Either you are with